like, you can get through some of those words.
Some of them.
Don't do it now.
Well,
I mean, obviously, don't do it now.
Well, I don't need to prove myself to anyone.
I'm not going to put him on the spot and make him read. All right, here we go. Player comparison. We've got Kratos. We've got Overlord.
Zoinks damage, and if they're truly filled.
Gyarados earlier. We saw Blaziken earlier. We saw Aegislash earlier.
Yep.
The Lord of the Sword returned. Here we are in our first draft of our grand finals. Now, our orange team, which is the purple team, I hate you guys, has come from the winner's side. So they are ahead in this series. Luminosity is going to have to beat them, reset this bracket, and beat them again in a best of 3. Orange team just needs to win twice to shut this whole thing down.
Yeah, and they're getting on top of Otter again. We've seen the Mew bans happen against LG. We've seen Mew bans on targeted Mew players all over the place. Because AOS Cup taught us another thing, is that Mew's still really good, and if you've got a high-level Mew player, it is worth taking that tool out of their hands.
And take a look at this. I mean, 3 defenders banned out right here with the first pick heading on over to Leafeon. Now, you wonder if they're going to snatch up some other popular defender choices on the side of Luminosity right now, or if they have other powerful picks they want to get out of the way. They're taking Sylveon, and it looks like, yes, they are taking Blaziken.
Otter really playing this Sylveon. We've seen it quite a few games, the Mystical Fire Draining Kiss build, and it's been doing well. You know, especially when it's trying to go across the map and do kind of the solo interruption mission. How are Orange Team going to counter? It's with potentially Gyarados and a Blissey.
Yeah, possibly locking in. No, we have Eldegoss being locked in right here. And then we do have the Gyarados locked in for the side of OT. So this has been a really powerful pick, but mostly in North America. I see a few regions messing around with it. We saw almost 0 of it in EU. I don't think a single one on broadcast. So I'm interested to see what they are able to do with this. I think Gyarados is such an insanely good pick right now.
I think it's incredibly good, but we haven't seen it win yet, right? We've seen it have some impact. We haven't seen it win. And that double defender tandem between Blastoise and Slowbro is just shut down machines. So where is OT going to go here? Flareon's looking to highlight the intel, but I'm focusing on Zugrug here. Is this Lapras where they want to be? We haven't seen Lapras in a minute.
Yeah, we have not seen a ton of Lapras. I mean, it still has a few really strong options for locking down your opponents, right? It's Unite move, obviously, with that massive wave, whether you're running Ice Beam or Bubble Beam. But, you know, compared to things like Crustle, Trevenant, it doesn't feel like it has a consistent way to lock down your opponents.
A Gutter Hoopa for JL and LG, they cannot be happier about that. You're telling me the best Hoopa player in NA, or certainly top 3, gets this pick with no priority involved? That is an amazing win for LG.
I cannot wait to see how this starts to play out right here. I mean, it looks like Overlord, of course, heading to that top path, which would mean Lutano possibly heading into that central area with this Blastoise. It's going to be very fun to see this all shake out. We've got Flareons on the Inteleon, a Pokemon they're very, very comfortable with. And again, as you mentioned before, one thing I'm really looking for, Zugrug on this Lapras. Yeah. Is Lapras the real deal, or were people right to kind of bounce off of this Pokemon?
Well, to me, it's obviously time will tell, but specifically for OT, it's going to be how they follow up on the Flareon Snipe Shot. Is it going to be like a big bounce from Gyarados, you know, and kind of you do those moves at the same time to really give your opponent no opportunity for escape? The follow-up has to be there for them to kind of break through this double defender setup that LG has put together, especially because they don't have that many tools to knock these players out of those Hoopa portals. So that damage needs to be high, it needs to come fast, and it needs to get KOs.
Yeah, and here we go. We are getting ready here for our first game of the Grand Finals. OT versus LG. OT, your purple team. LG, your orange team here in the Grand Finals. Again, Luminosity coming from the loser's bracket, meaning they're going to need to win 2 best-of-3 series.
Nice little creative action here in the middle as the Blaziken is working alongside, of course, JL, the Hoopa, to see what they can do. Lutano playing far forward. They're taking their spot in the top path. So really, I mean, these Pokemon will be able to switch back and forth where they are on the map with real efficiency.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you are not sure exactly where they're going to push these Pokemon, how they're going to try to get a lot of, you know, their experience for them. And you can see they're sending Overlord into that central area here. Fun fact, Orange Team has yet to see a Regirock today.
That's kind of wild, actually.
That is
Like
kind of
one
a
is
fun
not
fact.
populated on the map, I suppose, is what that means. That's kind of crazy.
You know, it's kind of it is fun.
Fun with a heavy.
I'm just telling you, like, some people say fun fact and they don't deliver a fun fact. That fact is straight up fun. You can't argue it.
They're just fun.
Someone hold me back if you try to argue that's a fun fact. Here we go.
Don't make me
8
charge up a
minutes,
wicked
50
low on
seconds
you.
here.
Solar
Nice
blade
big
comes out.
solar blade, but huge KO there for Luminosity. Orchestrated so well, and they really have been playing with such a flow to them like that. It's been impressive to watch.
Well, it's almost predictable at this point. If there's a Magikarp, they're doing a 4-player rotation, and they're really trying to just absolutely cut off that lane. This is exactly what they did against Nemesis when they had Metallic on the Gyarados in the top path. Ticking over to level 5 is the Magikarp. Not too sure where its effort gauge is, but you can't imagine that LG is too concerned about it now after that big push they did in the top path.
Yeah, you see Kratos heading to this bottom path right now. We didn't talk much about it, but Leafeon is a powerful pick. They handed it over to the side of OT right at the start of this draft, but it seems like they're not too worried about it. Able to fight really well, even with Pokemon that can put that much pressure on them.
Yeah, and look how forward they're playing. Lutano is going on the chase. You know, Kratos with the Solar Blade comes in and then immediately engages, but Lutano picks them back to the side of the team, and they get the knockout that they want. Lutano still stands.
Impressive stuff. I feel like Luminosity, they're playing so well here. It's just it's so pretty watching these combinations. You can really tell that as a team, they are clicking very, very well.
Joey doing a pretty good job holding down this bottom path. You know, they have scored some points into that goal zone, but it's not broken yet, and they've been able to let the rest of the team be unleashed.
And that is a level 8 on that Blaziken, which is a huge level spike for this Pokemon. Obviously, they can now switch their moves up, which they're going to do right here and continue pushing towards this fight. It's one of the amazing things this Pokemon can do, and without the need of a Unite move, it's just able to continue brawling. Having a level advantage just makes it so incredibly cruel, because no one even has a Unite move to counter it.
Yeah, and Machizzle is just charging up bounce, but Lutano is unafraid. They are out-leveling Machizzle here. Meanwhile, we got a little fight breaking out downstairs. Zugrug in the face of 4 players, charging up Overheat. Regirock becomes pretty free at that point, because nobody else from OT was there. But Lutano is forcing OT in the top to play on their pad. Zugrug getting back on, getting a berry, and seeing if they can keep Otter from making this push. Flareon's getting space, and Otter just uses their Unite move. Flareon uses theirs right back, and they get a good snipe shot and get a KO. Let's see if we can find it.
Fun fact update, by the way, they did eventually see that Regirock. Not able to do anything about it. Nice big KO there. However, Kratos picks up the KO, and they get the secure in the top path. So a little bit of a win here for OT as they're continuing to push forward. No Unite move yet on this Gyarados, but once they do, that thing is on a crazy low cooldown. They'll be able to brawl pretty heavily. Just ticked over to 9. They can definitely use it in this fight if they want to. Kind of easy setup right here. You know exactly where your opponents are going to be, and here they come with a big-time Unite, looking for Lutano, not able to pick him up.
But they're doing a lot of work with 2 players here. Luminosity has to commit to defending this Regieleki, and the pressure that Machizzle and Roland has been able to put on them allowed them to close the goal zone in the bottom pass break.
Yeah, great stuff here as Lutano is once again in a little bit of trouble, playing a little passively as he pulls back, or defensively, I should say, as he pulls back. Nice KO right there. Regieleki finally will go down, but a great fight from OT.
Overlord looking at Roland, now just flipping their attention to Machizzle. Go straight on Machizzle, charging an Overheat. The kick comes through, but the 2-step sorts them out. And that hot chicken is ice cold now as they get very deep, and the goal zone now is gone. 209 to 71?
Great stuff from Orange Team. I mean, they were behind in the beginning of this match. Luminosity was really taking it to them. But right now, it feels like they're online and they're ready to go. That Gyarados getting online is a huge part of that, obviously. Luminosity bullying OT for a while, but now that it's here and it has Unite moves very often, it will be able to fight.
Another just not fun, just a fact.
This one's a fact.
OT has lost every Regirock they've seen today. 0 for 1. As now the pressure's back the other way. They do close the goal zone with a 12-point overcap. Meanwhile, Flareon's for OT secures the next Reggie.
And here we go. this top pass. So wait, they got a Regirock
so
now?
now they're 50%
Hold on. What are we
on the-
doing with these facts here? It's going to start getting confusing. Is this one a semi-fun fact? I need to know.
Can we change them to fast facts?
Fast facts.
Can we get them faster so that we're not wrong as soon as we read them?
This is the Regirock facts, the fast facts. In the top path, Luminosity looking for a secure here on Regieleki. They should be able to get it. You might have a snipe shot fly in here, but easy secure. Yeah, snipe shot's a little too late. On point, though, by the way.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good snipe shot. But no, too late. Luminosity gets the secure.
I thought we might see actually a Gyarados Unite come out because the whole team of LG was kind of clustered around the Regieleki. Alas, we did not see that, but the push starts. Otter is in there. We're forcing out the Inteleon Unite. The Regieleki hits. That goal zone is eviscerated. Lutano low on the backside. Solar Blade comes out. They are still standing, however, because they're pulled through the JL Rings Unbound. As now we're jumping on the Lapras Express, and we're going to see if this train can hit and run through somebody or if it's going to go off the tracks. Doesn't quite make it, not for any real impact.
I mean, that was a really interesting situation there. I think maybe Orange Team didn't realize who was going to be staying at the goal zone, just, you know, far forward enough to make sure that that Regieleki did not walk in, because they've opened up a really unfortunate lose condition for themselves by having that top goal zone gone. Of course, the next Regieleki could walk into it and create a Zapdos condition, which would be horrible for them.
Yeah, lose conditions are the worst conditions you can materialize for your team.
Truly they are, and honestly, that's up there with my quote.
Okay, well, forever second best. You know, bargain bin Sprague strikes again.
I said it's up there. I feel like that's a huge compliment, given that my quote will last, you know, it will outlast me, for sure. My grandchildren will point to that. Be like, I knew that, man.
I knew the KO guy. Anyways, Roland, nice little puff on Joey. Joey gonna surf in, only catches Roland though, and Zugrug not playing as far forward as we're typically used to seeing them on the backside. Kratos in a hair of trouble as Machismo quickly sorts out Lutano. But now there's three players looking at them. The next baseman, Reggie, though, which is another Regirock.
How's this possible?
And now they're positive on their Regirock secures.
That's honestly, it's unreasonable. And the only reason it happened is because of the fast facts. There's no reality where they get any of those Regirocks without this. And now they're Regirock secure and fools out here.
It's literally all they can get. They're taking them all, except for that first one that they didn't get. The other ones, though, they're getting.
Yeah, here we go. Orange team setting up around this objective. Rayquaza being hit right now by Luminosity, but, you know, they're just kind of testing the waters here, seeing who's around, seeing if they can pull someone in for this fight.
Overlord chipping in some damage on Rayquaza, but Lutano on the flank again.
Here we go. Just waiting right here, seeing how they're going to engage.
Whoa.
Luminosity is behind. They eats a snipe shot right there. Overlord's going to need to get some HP back. They don't yet have a hyperspace hole, so they're actually going to base right now as the snipe shots continue to fly in. Now look at this. Lutano heading to the main base of OT, and now this is going to get a lot closer. They're up by 14 points. Orange team now needs to make a play. However, we have the Leafeon from OT scoring in the bottom path as snipe shots continue to rain in. Oh, no, we have, it looks like Overlord running down here to stop it. So, Luminosity still slightly ahead, no one wanting to commit to this fight. No one knows exactly where they are, and they're going to find out it's a close battle. What an awful thing to read as Gyarados looks to score in the top path. Machismo is here, and it looks like a fight is starting out in the middle as they are scoring right now. We have the Unite move coming out from Hoopa. We have players running into this fight.
The Inteleon Unite is out. This Rayquaza's at 50%. JL's looking for a big-time stun and secure. Machismo jab bounces into the middle. Joey's pushing forward. Is who's going to get it? There's about 30% there. Kratos is with a big flank. Oh, three. They're gutted. 4 players down. Just Lutano stands, but this is their kitchen here. Can they cook?
Oh, the snipe shot!
The snipe shot is gargantuan. The 80 points are going in. An orange team, OT, sitting on purple, looking for a Dubsky.
Orange team scoring in the main right now. They're up 442-74. What a chaotic fight. I mean, just back and forth. Some of those snipe shots absolutely perfect here as they take one game off of Luminosity. Orange team, your purple team, beats the orange team, Luminosity.
That was a sentence that you had to say. I love this team name.
I mean, they really did it to have some fun, didn't they? And they're having fun out here as they're in the grand finals right now, one game away from being your April champions.
And we're taking a quick look at your stat screen here. world champs on this team. I guess it's a pretty loud whisper in Overlord, but those other 4 players are looking to make a mark under this world champion banner, and they've got some champion caliber players. We are in a draft phase. Orange team saying, hey, Otter, Mew, no thank you.
Yeah, they do not want to see Otter's Mew, which I understand. Luminosity banning out that Gyarados. So they're saying, actually, we would rather not see that from them either. It was a huge problem as the match went on.
Yeah, maybe taking away Machizel's new pivot, maybe after Buzzwole, right? They haven't played Buzzwole in a minute. Blaziken goes down. Tree goes down as well. Yeah. And that feels like the right call from my point of view for Orange team.
You know, just as you called it, obviously, you know, you said Joey on Trevenant is a disaster. So, for the enemy team. So, of course, they want to take it away. First pick is going to be this Blastoise. Head over to Luminosity. I mean, they've got the chance to get Leafeon right here. They've got some big options. We're going to see what they want to bring out.
Yeah, quick hovers here. I actually like this Umbreon hover by JL. I think that really helps facilitate. It keeps them open without great pick without locking them into a particular strategy. Yeah. Is what I'm trying to work my way through.
And here we go. Orange team looking to lock in their next Pokemon. We possibly have our defender selection for Zugrug, and we do have the Leafeon coming out. I mean, hey, those final moments of that last match, Leafeon absolutely demolished Luminosity. Instead, they grabbed the Blissey.
Very interesting, very interesting. Maybe something that Roland believes in. I thought, you know, their Eldegoss play was very solid last game. They have an opportunity there, but I mean, you can just see how much of a premium the Eldegoss is right now.
Here we go. Our picks on the side of Luminosity. What exactly do they want? We've got the Urshifu, and we have the Eldegoss on the side of LG. No Comfey, no Zoroark. That is not being considered.
Well, Flareon's quickly goes to Inteleon, and you can understand why. They had a great first game against LG. Great secure tool, great source of damage for them, as Kratos is flipping the script around and maybe grabbing a Venusaur, and that's 2 strong attackers.
This is really interesting to see them switch it up here after such a successful game. Not wanting to bring that Leafeon back out is very interesting. Final pick on over to the side of Luminosity. Lutano locking in the Glaceon. Glaceon, unbelievable. Like, what a powerful choice, really, on any team.
If my team is selecting Glaceon at any point in time, I feel like we've used a pick successfully. There's not a lot of times where your team's locking Glaceon, you go, that was 100% incorrect in that moment. Glaceon has been incredibly strong, both builds, of course. But Lutano getting this last. Again, Luminosity getting so much good value in this last pick. Hoopa last game, which is JL's preferred Pokemon, and now Lutano on this Glaceon, which is something we've seen them pick earlier in the cycle.
It's interesting not seeing the Hoopa right here, but I'm guessing they don't want to deal with the Egg Bombs from Roland, right?
Yep.
They just say, okay, forget it. We're not going to be able to do anything with Hoopa right now. You're going to just keep continuously knock us out of our portals, so we'll bring in LD, a Pokemon that's crushing it.
Yeah, well, Hoopa specifically against that, you can get Surfed out, you can get X-Scissored out, you can get Egg Bombed out. Like, when everybody on the other team can keep you from resetting, yeah, it doesn't look as good. Yeah. So lock in Eldegoss, get that true source of healing, a sure source of healing, and do your job, which is support the team.
And here we go, OT versus LG. If Orange team wins this, they are winning the whole thing right now. This is a huge moment for this team. They would love to not reset this bracket against Luminosity. Obviously, the more time you give a team like this, the worse and worse it will get for you.
Yeah, LG downloads the information quickly, adapts quickly.
And here we go. Orange team, your purple team. Luminosity, your orange team. Thanks a lot. Here we go. Grand finals time.
Orange team, again the purple team, and the griefiest team that we've seen. Moving through, Overlord taking the Cub Food path. Really weak early is this Cub Food. So there's an opportunity for OT to have a great rotation here with one of their players if they can keep Overlord from hitting level 5.
And you can see Lutano running up here early, putting the pressure on. Is that possible?
That almost does not feel correct.
Hold on. Orange team hadn't seen Regirock or Registeel?
Is that true? There's maybe. We'll see.
I know we're going to see 3 in a row. I'm well aware of how this works.
Yeah,
but I don't understand that.
that Otter with Mystical Fire here. Joey back on the Umbreon, which did win a game with Umbreon, Joey on that Umbreon,
yes.
So not a bad look there. Overlord, though, getting a lot of support for the team and hitting level 5, so they were able to send it to the top path, and because Venusaur takes so long to scale up, they were unable to take advantage of the weak early game and a nice Wicked Blow popping in a ton of damage.
I mean, it's so fun to go, I know where they are, and they don't exactly know what I'm about to do to them, and it's going to be really, really mean, that Wicked Blow. Overlord lately, I feel like he's been playing a lot of Pokemon that require obviously high skill, but also a high level of patience, you know? Things like Aegislash, you have to be very patient with how you're able to use your combos. Same thing with something like Wicked Blow or Shifu. The level of patience, the ice water in the veins, so you know exactly when it's time to charge up that move. They're impressive Pokemon to win with, and he's an impressive player, so I'm not surprised to see it.
LG getting a lot of value with an undercommitment of resources, right? Just in terms of player presence, they're getting a lot done. And because of that, they're able to siege this goal zone with a quick move by Lutano. And Roland, just level 3, can't even contend.
Yeah, here we have the top path looking pretty well for Luminosity. We have multiple members of Orange Team coming up here to see what they can do about it. Here is that Petal Dance Giga Drain Venusaur, something we saw a little bit at AOS Cup. It looks like both looks on Venu are not too bad right now. We're seeing less and less Beam these days, actually.
Yeah, I mean, the preferred kind of long-range shooter here is the Snipe Shot Inteleon. But Overlord is level 7 and looking to make a mark here. They're charging up a Wicked Blow straight into the birds, quickly taken. And Otter closing the gap here and getting a lot of damage in on Roland and Machisel.
And we can see in the bottom path, not a lot happening between these two teams. We just have two defenders down there. However, Venusaur from OT running to this bottom path to see if they can make something happen, while Luminosity is crashing this top goal zone right here. That's a level 8 Venusaur alongside the Inteleon. They have incredibly strong secure here. They should be able to take down this Regirock very quickly. As you know, they take these things down all day, considering they finally saw them.
75% conversion rate on these Regirocks. And now they're going to see if they can get on top of this goal zone, because at least leverage some points. This Regieleku's on the doorstep. We have a Spin Pump Blastoise out of Machisel trying to hold down this top path, but it's not going well. 3 players have shown up. The Regieleku has hit, and now they have the opportunity for a 28-point overdone.
Yeah, really nice overcap right there in this top path. Very good stuff for the Urshifu. 99-126. Luminosity, 1 goal zone down. OT, 1 goal zone down. But with that overcap right there, Luminosity is ahead after that nice X-Scissor to push them out.
It seems like once these teams decide they want to fight, we're going to just see them scrap for the rest of the game. We just haven't quite had the scales tipped into that direction quite yet. They're playing very patient. You mentioned Overlord specifically, but the whole team, Glacial Stage is out. They're looking to make a move. They're pushing forward. Zug taking a ton of damage, but the big Unite move and Wicked Blow combination by Overlord knocks out Flareons. Now Zugrug is going low. Kratos is trying to make a push the other way. Overlord picks up an Eldegoss Puff, and JL saves them for the moment, but catching the receipts of the entire team is Lutano as they are taken down by the Grass Dino. Yeah,
great stuff there from the Venusaur. You know, they pushed them all back. Impressive, you know, retreat by Luminosity in that moment. Urshifu definitely could have went down. Instead, Inteleon goes down for the side of OT, and then they pull back. Nice stuff.
Yeah, premium target, a great use of the Unite move out of Overlord with the Urshifu. And again, not overextending your welcome, not giving up the advantage that you just picked up.
Absolutely. 103-126, incredibly close game right here. And again, Orange Team could be 5 minutes away from closing this whole thing out, winning your grand finals here in April for North America. Luminosity is looking to stop them right now. Heading up to this Regieleki, they've got a great opportunity for a secure right here. Plenty of rip, plenty of damage. Machisel could try for something, but it's really hard to beat Wicked Blow in a moment like this, and he decides to back out.
Yeah, they're actually just going after Otter, just trying to lay in some damage, prevent what can be a very big push here. Rock Tomb is spacing, but the Regieleki is marching. Is LG going to push this? Overlord is right there to see.
Yeah, we're going to see what they want to do here. It looks like they're walking away from this, heading down to the bottom path right now, possibly looking for some of the experience in this central area as well. As they move down to this bottom goal zone, the 14, the 40, nice score here, 143-216. Luminosity ahead with 4 minutes left here, and a nice big punch. Zugrug right back the other way with a Unite move of their own. Didn't catch them with the Rock Tomb, however. Otter jumping on up into the air, making sure that Unite move makes them invulnerable and able to get away, jumping through a Rock Tomb there with the Mystical Fire. Obviously, Hyper Voice would not be able to make plays like that. They would be stuck in that Rock Tomb.
Clever scoring just moves across the map between these two teams. Oh, Bliss Assistance right into the Hydro Typhoon. Overlord is very low. Rolling is there. Zugrog actually spaces out with the Rock Tomb. The rest of their team from themselves. Overlord seals up with a Wicked Blow, cracks the shell, breaks the Blastoise down.
Incredible stuff. And, you know, it kind of looks like Shredder. He's dining on turtle soup tonight. Incredible stuff. I mean, I thought Overlord was going down multiple times inside that fight. We had the Bliss Assistance into the Hydro Typhoon, into the Hydro Pump. Like, amazing. And somehow the Urshifu is still standing.
Yeah, Luminosity seeing the opportunity. Zugrog with just a hair of a misstep with that Rock Tomb, keeping the rest of OT being able to go support, but at least they didn't overextend once that happened, right? They said, okay, we just got to give up Machisel in this moment and hope that we can find some value somewhere else.
Here we go. They're going to be heading up towards this top path once again, looking for this Regieleki. The snipe shot's coming out, but really they're just, you know, firing a few shots into the dark, basically. There isn't much they're going to be able to do with that, as Orange Team is heading to our bottom path here to see if they can secure Registeel.
Joey just keeping an eye, seeing how many players are here, and the commitment, of course, is 3 on the rip because, well, Machisel was trying to find the damage that they needed. Going forward, though, this Regieleki is flying towards OT's Tier 2.
Yeah, this is not good for OT. They don't want this to walk, but they don't really have a great choice here. They're already behind on points, so someone from Luminosity could peel away and score in this top path. They also know that they're already ahead. A great position for Luminosity to be in. If Orange Team wants to do something about this Rayquaza, they have the Wicked Blow. If they want to fight, they have a lot of Pokemon that are happy to brawl. This is a great position here for Luminosity. Joey caught a little bit with the Snipe Shot and the Rock Tomb, but it's an Umbreon with Wish, and it's doing okay.
Yeah, it healed itself right up. Otter with another key flank, maybe going to actually score here.
And now Otter, yeah, possibly running for the score. They're already up right now. 1 minute, 38 seconds on the clock. Orange Team could win the Grand Finals right now. They're starting to hit this Rayquaza. They're seeing if anyone wants to move in and fight. We have Glaceon with a huge catch right there onto Zugrug. Zug pushes forward, pushing Joey back right now. The Snipe Shot doesn't find any target. Rayquaza is resetting its HP. Orange Team needs to make a play here. They need to make something happen. Their tournament's not on the line, but the victory is on the line. They can win right now if they just make a play. Hitting Overlord with a Snipe Shot could be the start of it right here.
Yeah, Machisel is going in, but look, Otter at the flank. Zugrug's got them on the radar, but they are on top of Joey. The Glacial stage is out. Lutano wants to pivot on the target. They're going towards Kratos. This forces out Flareon's Unite, but it's the dance from Otter that lands right back down Flareon's. Bliss is on Kratos, but they're looking to pivot. They're getting absolutely pushed out of this Ray Pit. Kratos is on the chase. Otter is low. Flareon's needs to help out here. They do get the KO on Otter. They're looking to pivot. Zugrug goes down in the middle. Machisel is there trying to see what this team is doing, but the rest of the Orange Team is coming in. Big Bird and Anger. Can they get another KO? It's 2 players down for LG. Hydro Typhoon kicks another one. Joey is low, but Lutano is just shelling in Icicle Spears. Just sitting on top of him is JL. Kratos needs to push forward. Can they? Stepping in front of them is Machisel. Rayquaza's at half. Joey's looking for an opportunity to come in. Rapid spin pump right into the middle. Joey goes down. There's 3 players down. Can the Orange Team make a play here? Flareon lines it up. Flareon shoot. No! LG secures. LG's gonna score.
Beautiful stuff from Luminosity. Already ahead, already able to zone that out. Standing around Rayquaza perfectly right there, recognizing that they were going to block any Snipe Shot that was thrown in. You saw the play from the Inteleon. No Snipe Shot, using the autos, looking to see if they could get the secure. There still wasn't much time on the clock either way. Luminosity taking game number 2.
Taking a look at that, Spraggles, and LG leashed him around the map. Literally put the tether on and walked the dog. They took them out of the Ray Pit, put OT in a terrible position, and essentially exchanged Otter for central position.
They can play top path, they can play bottom path. It's an amazing tank. It's pretty good as sort of that all-rounder bruiser type as well. We're going to see what these bands are. Mew, no shock right there on the side of Luminosity. Gyarados also, no shock there. And then we have Trevenant. Yeah, I really wouldn't change it.
Yeah, I like this a lot. You're successfully isolating 2 players on the other team from their top picks. get those off, force them deeper into the well. I think Otter does have a pretty deep well, and I don't think you're cutting them off from too much. The Mew is just incredibly oppressive and has great utility. But Joey, I want to be impressed on a different Pokemon that isn't Tree.
Let's take a look here. We've got Zugrug first picking the Umbreon. And then on the side of Luminosity, they like this Sylveon a lot. Blastoise is a great call. Yes, we're going to see Blastoise. We're going to see Sylveon. That's pretty solid here.
Yeah, the Mystical Fire Draining Kiss Sylveon again has just been so solid. You know, we've almost feel like we see more Hyper Voice than Mystical Fire Sylveon. But this Mystical Fire Sylveon has been able to track down these players all game long in this set and the previous, and it looks good.
Here's these next two picks. Roland bringing out the Hoopa. Flareon's possibly looking to lock in the Inteleon.
And that's no surprise. Get Flareons. They're grooving on this Pokemon, right? A lot of the reasons they lost that last game isn't because of Flareon's play. So, you know, put that back in their hands and craft a strategy around them. JL quickly going to Eldegoss. Joey, Crustle makes a lot of sense here because of the X-Scissor. Again, we have Surf. We'll be able to keep them out of these hyperspace holes.
All right, our final two picks for OT. Possibly the Leafeon coming back. It was like huge in game one. I'm kind of surprised we didn't see it. And then Machizzle, are you going to do it?
Let's go.
Are you bringing it out here in possibly your last game? Is it the champion? We're going to find out here in just a couple seconds.
It's already wearing the power belt, so it's ready to go. Kratos, Locket, and Leafeon look phenomenal for them in game one. Lutano hovering Glaceon, and I kind of love it.
Yeah, I mean, Lutano's Glaceon is awesome. Glaceon is awesome. Luminosity looking good. No, Lutano switching it up on you last minute right here.
A9?
A9? Really?
A9. Let's go to work with the A9. Thoughts?
I mean, the build he's got on right now is the Dazzling Gleam Aurora Veil. Doesn't mean that's who's playing it. No, they're not. Switching it over to Otter right now. So Otter's going to be playing this Blizzard Avalanche in the bottom path. We have Lutano once again hanging out on this Sylveon. I'm not sure which kind of Sylveon he wants to show for us here.
Yeah, I'm trying to take a look.
This is what I'm telling you about Luminosity, by the way. You know, you talk about having a deep Pokemon pool. I feel like Luminosity's strategy, they will drag you out to deep waters, and they will see if you can swim with them, because they have a lot of stuff they're going to throw at you. We haven't seen A9 today, except for Luminosity. We haven't seen Aegislash today, except for Luminosity. There are a lot of picks that only this team brings out. And then on OT, we've got Machamp. No one's running Machamp but OT.
And nobody's running Machamp. Only the Machizzler is seeing value out of Machamp when it is selected. We were having a conversation with Gatlu, who thinks, you know, Machamp actually isn't the worst if people can like be mechanically sound on it. Machizzle, one of the best players going on the Pokemon. And, you know, when this team is in dire straits, specifically that player feels like they're back against the wall, 4 arms are better than 2.
Yeah, it's the comfort pick. You love to see it. You love players that have that pocket pick that is not something that's at the top of everyone's mind, not something that's necessarily meta. But Machamp might look even better right now, given that it just recently had some buffs. We're going to have to see how it does here in game number 3 of our grand finals here in North America for the April Cup. Orange team is your purple team. Luminosity is your orange team. If Orange Team wins this, they win the whole thing. If Luminosity wins this, we have a bracket reset and another best of 3.
Zugrug peeling back. They're going to help Flareons. Flareons and specifically Drizzile has a great secure, but not when it gets stunned with a beautiful, beautiful set of rocks by Joey.
Here we go. We see, you know, the Leafeon looking for a KO top. Lutano coming up to try to stop this right here, and it looks like they're able to do it. Great plays here from Luminosity. And I feel like a lot of the early game fights that I've seen between these two teams, Luminosity gets the better of OT.
Yeah, it really feels like Luminosity is prioritizing the early spikes, trying to take over the game early and, you know, get ahead, stay ahead type strategy. We have seen OT have heavier scaling Pokemon like the Venusaur last game. I think you could argue that Machizzle is going to take a moment to get online here. Not if everything goes the way they want, but it's going to be tough because LG is prioritizing keeping them down.
Look at this play right here. 4 from Luminosity into this top path, getting really aggressive right here. Scoring, even though the Solar Blade was coming down. Great stuff from LG as they continue this push. Machisel moving on in there with the big-time dynamic punch, looking to KO Lutano. Lutano is able to withstand it.
Yeah, JL making sure Lutano doesn't get knocked out, didn't take any damage for themselves. Joey, nice little hollow air on that Crustle, gonna just A-press Zug because Zug is trying to peel to their team, at least they were for a moment.
Meanwhile, while this was happening, we had the Drizzile invading the central area there of Luminosity. They're looking to make something happen in this bottom path, caught by that Blizzard Avalanche. Really great stuff there from Otter. You can see Kratos almost going down in that moment. A tough Pokemon to deal with. If you have any kind of dive, you don't want to dive in towards an Alolan Ninetales.
Roland taking a ton of damage from this Mystical Fire Sylveon again as they make it back, have to pick up a berry, but really now the presence in the top path is all LG.
You can see Kratos looking to secure this, or at least help secure this for the side of OT. Yes, they are looking to take it right there. They need that level 8, obviously, so they can become very, very powerful, very, very fast. The Unite move on Leafeon, crazy low cooldown, and really impactful, especially early.
Dynamic punch onto Op of Overlord, tons of damage rained in. The portal is there. Overlord eject buttons to try and get out, and they are going to be successful.
Yeah, they are able to really make it out of just about anything. They have so many resources on their side to make sure that happens. Overlord right now able to hit their level 7, and we see this is a rapid spin water spout Blastoise, something that we've seen a little earlier today do very, very well.
In terms of early game prioritization, LG is literally just playing out of Kabi-chan's book right now. 4 players top path, make a push, go to central if you can. Fortunately for OT, they've had a couple of games of experience here, and they're adjusting fairly well at this point.
Wow, I mean, they're really putting a lot of pressure onto Overlord right here, but that Eldegoss able to keep Overlord happy and healthy, as no one is looking really at either Reggie right here because no one can find an advantage.
Oh, Lutano gets a big chunk of damage on them, forcing out the 2-step. That's a knockout with the help of Zugrug. Nice snipe shot from long range, makes Joey have to scramble and go back. X-Scissor on Kratos. Kratos dives for a berry, puts more damage on Joey. Otter gets engaged on by Zug, and let's see if they can get the KO. No, Inteleon Unite is out. They have tons of damage they can shell in. Snipe shot goes wide, but it's going to open up the opportunity for them to score.
And here we go. They're looking to make something happen in this bottom path. Not able to score right there. The Rock Tomb coming in. Huge Blizzard Avalanche right there, but the snipe shot able to take down the Crustle. Zugrug able to survive that onslaught because of the Unite move and because of Wish. And now we have Regirock being started here by OT. They are ready for this secure. They have the snipe shot. Otter, however, has a huge burst of damage as well. And here comes Machamp.
Machamp looking for a flank here, going straight towards Otter. Zugrog is going to try and facilitate that, and they do. They get the KO quickly right after securing yet another Regirock. Now Machisel spin to win on top of Zugrug. Tons of damage being rained in. They're X-scissored out. Lutano is going for the support, but Machisel cross chops in. Can't quite find the target they want. Joey does clip Machisel with the X-scissor, and now Zugrug is there, but I think we need to settle out a little bit. Zugrug low on HP, but there's no sense in committing too much right now.
Yeah, Overlord possibly pushing forward right here. Huge Solar Blade. I think it might change their mind. The X-scissor pushes forward into Machisel. Machisel now backing out. They do have a Unite move on this Machamp that they could use at any moment. Sylveon takes to the sky using their Unite move. Does Machisel Unite? They do, and now they're looking for another target. Alolan Ninetales right below them could be a good one. Overlord getting jumped on there by the A9. Oh, excuse me, A9 down at the bottom. Overlord getting jumped on by the Leafeon, and now we have an amazing Unite move for Unite move as Otter somehow is able to outplay Machamp.
In that moment right there, you know the expression, if you don't use it, you lose it. Machisel would have lost their Unite move, right, because they activated it and they hadn't used it yet. I actually like them not using it there. You just give up, you didn't have the opportunity you need, because what happened is they essentially dove in, and it was just caught in a snow globe immediately and knocked out.
Yeah, and here we go up to this top path. We see Luminosity with some better positioning right here over this objective. They also don't have a tier 1 goal zone on the other side, so they can make something happen. OT with a play. They're bringing him down through the Hoopa Unite move, crashing this goal zone.
And now the Cotton Cloud Crash takes to the skies. They land, but that's actually just to build separation. Flareons had used their Inteleon Unite, but they can't get anything into that goal zone, Spraggles. They were really looking to make an impact on that goal zone and break it, but they can't quite get it done.
Yeah, they were looking to make a play there, not able to make it happen. Now we see Luminosity once again rotating back up towards that top objective, Regieleki. Here in the bottom path, we have 2 members of OT, actually 3, with Zugrug being down here. This could be just another secure here for OT at this Reg Ice.
Yeah, Reg Ice getting worked on, but where is LG but prioritizing top? That's where they want their team to be. Kratos able to get a knockout after they use their Unite move, but they are KO'd swiftly right back in the other direction. Machisel cross chops in. They're bouncing Dynamic Punch right on top of Lutano. Lutano almost seems like they're taking no damage here. Now that's a Machamp Unite catching two, forcing out Lutano's Unite back the other way. Zugrug's there for the help, but is it enough? No, they just get Eldegoss, and Lutano is still on almost full, make it full HP.
Yeah, incredible stuff. I mean, just that Sylveon, you know, that kind of tank fighting Sylveon, it's really tough to take that thing down, and it's able to put so much pressure on your opponents. That's what we've seen all match from Lutano here. 3 minutes on the clock. The last 3 minutes of this tournament, possibly, if Orange team is able to put this thing away. We can see Zugrug having to peel out right now. The snipe shots land, but it's landing onto a Blastoise, not doing as much damage as you would like. You'd love it to hit that Alolan Ninetales right now.
You really would. Those snipe shots, if Flareons can keep them stuck on their pad, would be awesome for them, as they are just dwindling down. They don't want to have to deal with this Regieleki too late, but it might be not up to them, as Luminosity is posturing well.
Yeah, Luminosity holding this point well. Less than 20 points separate these teams. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. We see Machisel ticking over to level 13. Possibly going to take some time to try to charge up some cross-chop stacks. The cross-chop plus is the move that they just unlocked. Every time they auto-attack from now on, they're able to generate extra attack stat for their Pokemon up to 40 times. So they're looking for places on the map to possibly do that right now to make sure that the next time they unite, they do as much damage as they can. Rayquaza is here. Orange team is up. Luminosity ready for this fight. It feels like this match is so unbelievably close. It's just going to come down to whoever can make a bigger catch here at Rayquaza.
Nice positioning around. Again, LG swiftly rotating, trying to figure out where OT is, but meanwhile, Machisel is getting a ton of time to build those stacks you mentioned.
Here we go, looking towards our top path here. We have Eldegoss. We can see them moving around as we head back down towards OT. We can see that they could be looking to make a play or to even stop Lutano from pushing forward right here. Spinning to win right now, looking to catch Zugrug, but not making anything happen. The snipe shot, unfortunately, goes threading the needle right through everything. Machisel in the top path, looking for a score here. No one's going to be there to stop him. What does Luminosity want to do? Are they taking Rayquaza right now? They are starting it.
They're turning on them. The rings are unbound. Inteleon Unite is out. Tons of damage is being rained in. Maybe another bait Ray rip here, as now they're trying to smother Orange team. Flareons is dealt with rather quickly. Now they're trying to deal with another one. The two-step is out. Hydro Typhoon gets a KO streak of 2. Might not be hanging 10, but they certainly hanging 2, and that's too many bodies in Pokemon Unite. Luminosity getting right back on top of Rayquaza, but there's still some plays that can be made. There's 2 players standing. One of them is a Leafeon, rocking that Solar Blade, but Kratos is getting low on HP. Rolling's looking for a way in. That Rayquaza is so low. Flareons is here. Flareons is way too late. Luminosity's going to take it. Bracket reset.
Yeah, bracket reset here for Luminosity if they are able to score, and it looks like they are. 100 points going into this bottom path. That's going to put them 202, 180. Not able to stop the scores in the bottom path. 202, 280 with no time left on the clock. Orange team is going to lose this first best of 3. And, you know, one really unfortunate thing is that Machamp goes down. No Machamp Unite move. Not had the opportunity to make that big difference. They were blocked out by a beautiful rock tomb near one of the final moments of that fight. And Luminosity just, you know, with a really pretty fight.
Yeah, you mentioned Joey. Joey came alive on this Crustle here. This is where I want to see them go now. If they're not going to go tree, Crustle looked very good in that game, impactful from bell to bell. And now, bracket reset.
Bracket reset. I mean, it's just the name of the game. Whatever team's coming from the losers bracket, they've learned so much. They've gone through so much hardship. They're ready to reset this bracket. They're ready to take down the team that had the easier run through that winner's bracket. Here we have Luminosity resetting it on Orange team.
Just a couple games of Pokemon Unite separate us from our April Cup champions.
And in a way, it's the AOS Cup champions. Just in that it's the most recent tournament, and it's in no way the AOS Cup champions.
Correct.
Mew banned, Gyarados banned. Is it a Trevenant ban? No.
Sylveon.
They're done with it. They're tired of this Sylveon. Blaziken on the other side. First pick. Hey, if they take away that tree, I kind of love this. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe they just said, look, Joey's scary on Crustle. Joey's scary on tree. Like,
okay.
What do we take?
Okay. Joey does have more than tree. Let's not worry about it anymore.
Here we go. Second pick. and third pick on over to Luminosity. What are they going to grab? Blastoise. Hey, there's that tree I talked about.
Yeah, it is a difference maker, I will say. Now, Orange Team has the ability to adjust. I would love to see Glaceon maybe. You know, if they go double tank, you know, Glaceon is a great place to start here.
Let's see what they can find. OT looking for their next choices here. Obviously, they're able to have, you know, Flareon's has been picking Inteleon really without issue. It hasn't been stolen away. It hasn't been banned away, so they could keep playing it right here. Machisel on possibly the Garchomp in the top path.
Okay. I like this much better.
Yeah, Eldegoss looks a lot better. Yeah.
Because if you're going to go Garchomp, you can get that in your next series of picks. Anyways, putting Luminosity in a bit of a guessing game. This is a bit of a vanilla draft so far. It doesn't have a lot of texture to it. Making LG maybe remain kind of uncommittal to their overall strategy either. But Otter queuing up this A9 and switching quickly to Glaceon. But the A9 did look good in that last game.
It did look good. And again, it was another look from Luminosity. Something we didn't expect. Something that maybe OT has not played against much as of late. We're going to see what the final Pokemon are going to be right here. We've got possibly Chomp, possibly Leafeon.
Kratos switching back to Leafeon, not bad, but it's very clear that LG is not concerned about this whatsoever.
Yeah, I think LG's okay with it, and they could take it for themselves if they want, but they don't seem to. Final pick over to Luminosity as they're scrolling through the roster. Highly doubt it's going to be the Charizard, but truly, I would geek.
Mamoswine, no. Otter, where are you going to end up, my friend?
He has played this.
Mamoswine, okay.
He has played sort of this attacker Mamoswine. You know, cats off to you, Luminosity. I really think this is some exciting stuff. And it's, as I said earlier, they're bringing OT out to the deepest waters of Pokemon Unite, and they're seeing if they can hang.
Well, we're about to find out because this is a heck of a draft, and that is a tanky composition with not a lot of Pokemon on the side of Orange Team able to deal with those HP pools and those defensive stats. And honestly, one of the best Pokemon to do it, they let go in favor of the Eldegoss, and now it's sitting in the hands of Lutano.
Yeah, this is just really tough for OT. I mean, that is a Blissey and 3 defenders with a Glaceon just behind them, riddling them with damage. It's going to be really impressive. We're going to see if OT got completely outdrafted right here, or if Luminosity is finally outside of their depth and they're going to lose this one.
Well, the big question mark is, of course, over the Mamoswine in the hands of Otter, right? You said you've seen them play it a little bit, but there's necessarily a difference of them, for example, 5 stacking on ladder and playing that, or in the grand finals of an April Cup. We'll see if it's just the biggest brain play ever, or if maybe there's some room for improvement.
I mean, I would really love it to be. I would really love to see a huge Mamoswine moment right here. That thing does not get enough chances to shine, and it would be unfortunate if the only game you really see it on, they get absolutely rinsed here in our grand finals reset. Heading into our game number 1 of our grander finals, the bracket reset. Your purple team is a team named Orange Team, and your orange team is a team named Luminosity.
Machisel quickly going to the top path. Gibble and Gabite specifically not as bad as compared to the other Stage 2 Pokemon that can be played. Has some great tools to them. Otter quickly going for a stack. Why? Because they're attacking this game.
Right. Yeah, they are. They want that extra damage. They want to get real mean, real fast here in this bottom path. Leafeon coming down to see if there's anything they can do to stop it. We're going to see big-time Solar Blade, but no. Otter able to make it out using the X-Speed, using their Icicle Crash right there. Great stuff.
I want to see if Otter goes Ice Fang. Have you seen them play Ice Fang with this?
I feel like I have seen them play Ice Fang, but it's all going to depend on what they want to do. You know, Icicle Crash, their first move is Ice Shard, I think. Icicle Crash is a little better at kind of disrupting long-range Pokemon. And then, of course, if you're going toe-to-toe with a Garchomp or something like that, you can just pick them up, slam them down with that Ice Fang.
It's a very unique composition, and first they need to get to Mamoswine, right? Otter sitting at level 4, they need to hit level 5 here, but they're quickly engaged on by Zugrug, understanding that Otter right now is in a really fragile state as this Swinub.
Yeah, they're just not able to get enough done yet. They're not powerful enough. But Chisel just running around, looking for something to do. As we have Overlord up in this top path, looks like they're securing a little bit better. Machisel now trying to get their level 5 off of some of these Pokemon in the central area.
Yeah, that just means that the top path has been going incredibly well for Luminosity here. Zugrug is level 5, out-leveling Joey, but that might be the only level win that OT has for themselves right now. JL and Overlord working in tandem, feeling good. They've got a good rhythm.
Yeah, they've got a great rhythm right here. Once again, we've got the water spout on the side of Luminosity. Overlord going to be playing that rapid spin water spout build.
Zugrug still trying to put pressure on Otter. Otter desperately wants to evolve here. Icicle Spears are all on Machisel, with Machisel still barely left standing, but because of that, the space was granted. Piloswine is Otter now.
Yeah, we're going to see what kind of Mamoswine we have inside this match very, very soon, how they want to play it. Heading up into our top path right here, seeing if we can score 30 possibly. But no, Garchomp is coming to do some work. Glaceon hiding in that tall grass to see if they can push them back.
Machisel taking a ton of damage, had Overlord on the ropes. Now Zugrug steps in. Oh, but the opportunity for Kratos to get a KO with a Solar Blade. Nice little snake in the grass type move there to get that.
Here we go. We have the Garchomp moving in, the Gabite, I should say. The Icicle Spears not able to take it down as they're raining points in on this goal zone. I don't know if they want to even break. They might want to just then get rid of this goal zone, but Lutano's not going to let them. Unite move coming out. They're chasing it down, able to pick up the Big Bird Altaria right there. And they do end up breaking that goal with a very, very small amount of points. 122 to 37, top goal zone gone on the side of Luminosity.
Kratos hanging out in the top path to see any of the other EVs roll towards that Regieleki. Meanwhile, Otter, Overlord working on this Regice. Zugrug looking for a decent flank. Joey putting tons of pressure on Flareons. Felstinger going to buy the time that they need. Can they line up a snipe shot on something? Regice is low, quickly taken by the Piloswine, and now Zugrug's in a tough spot with low HP.
Zugrug, yeah, is in a little bit of trouble. So is the tree, obviously. Joey having to run away from this situation. We do see the Icicle crash from the side of Luminosity, so we're not going to have the Fang here. We've got the crash as they're all being brought right in. What a huge play from Luminosity.
And that is the Joey Tree difference. Now they're pushing the pad. They've got 5 players here, looking at 3 on the side of Orange Team. Solar Blade engagement, 2-step is there, rapid spin water spout. They're trying to find a target. They get the first one, but now we're looking at Kratos. Kratos is really getting the pressure put on them. Joey's looking for an opportunity to poach. They flip, they horn leech. Kratos somehow still standing, dives past Otter, puts the goofy shoes on, but finally Overlord is there with a spin spout to sort them out. Garchomp Unite pops off, and they're trying to pop off because they're trying to pop some noggins as Joey is stemming the tide. Inteleon Unite is out, and all of a sudden OT with the meanest counter push that I've seen in a minute.
And here they go, pushing onto this goal zone once again. Now we have Zugrug with the Unite move, looking to try to shut down possibly Lutano. That snipe shot does hit its mark, and they are going to have to back up as we now have Otter jumping in towards this Inteleon, seeing if they can take down Flareons.
Garchomp moving around. Machisel actually goes with the Dragon Rush back towards their pad. They don't want to give themselves up for no real value. Meanwhile, Kratos chipping away at this Regieleki, but it looks like Luminosity is onto their shenanigans and they're rotating top.
Luminosity is moving up there. They don't have a great secure, but Egg Bomb can always find something. The Icicle Crash is now here as well, so this has changed a lot. Let's see what they end up doing. The secure goes over to, I think, an auto attack, just a basic there from the Mamo.
Another Dragon Rush. They're trying to poach a character, but they don't poach anything but their own trip to the Pokemon Center. Roland sitting on pad, they're just the Eldegoss. They're playing Cotton Spores for the opportunity to have a little bit of pop here to this engagement. KO streak of 3 for Lutano by what else? The Glaceon. I told you that character's nasty, brother.
And here we go. 22 points in this top path goal. We see Overlord continuing to score as they're waiting for their moment to put in the big time 47. That's going to make this game 127-167. Luminosity on top. Regice here in the bottom path. Joey watching from the bushes.
Elvis Prestry looking to hit the right notes against this Orange Team squad, but they actually just quickly pivot, take some Wild Farm. They don't care about that Regice.
Yeah, they say, look, I don't think it's going to happen, okay? I was standing there, I was watching, I was in the tall grass for a while, and I got kind of bored, I left. I just didn't think it was a thing for us anymore.
Yeah, didn't want to do it. Just wasn't interested. Luminosity, though, looking decent on levels. I mean, level 13 Glaceon from Lutano off the back of this big string of KOs that they're able to put together. Orange Team doing okay on the scoreboard, a little bit behind, and similar with levels.
Yeah, I mean, experience-wise, things are definitely going better for Luminosity. Score-wise, slightly better for Luminosity as they move in for this fight. Eldegoss in the air. We have Zugrig in the air as well with their Unite move. The Unite move comes out from Joey, the Trevenant, but Chisel trying to make something happen. Here comes the Leafeon, not able to secure a KO. Overlord with the rapid spin, looking for something on this Garchomp. They caught Lutano. They picked up a KO. That's a double for the Inteleon. Another snipe shot finds its mark as they're continuing this push. Trevenant's in trouble. Now we see the Blastoise go down, and now we see the Trevenant go down. Beautiful fight for OT.
And this score line is dead even, Spraggles. 167-167. Zugrug not done there. They actually get charged with the high horsepower right through and decide to peel. Yeah,
here we go. Everyone's just going to be charging up their Unite move, getting as much experience as they can. Level 13 on the side of Luminosity for that Blastoise is extremely important. It is a huge buff, and they're definitely going to look for their plus move. It's rare that you would find Overlord not having that heading into this final fight, and you can see they're very close.
Yeah, level 13, much like, you know, the other Kanto starters, is very important for Blastoise as well. Regieleki at half is getting shredded down. We've got just about 25 seconds until Rayquaza hits the map. And if everybody for OT shows up, they might be able to rip the bottom objective in time.
Yeah, we're going to see if they want to rip that objective. One thing is unfortunate. They are all tied up. This is going to walk, and it's going to break that. But they would have lost on a draw. It's the team that hits the score first anyways, and you don't want to win on a draw. I mean, you want to win on a big-time win. Garchomp ripping that apart. Getting ready for the fight here in the center. With a big catch on Glaceon, you can see things going very well for Orange team. On the other side, Luminosity has been playing pretty well in a lot of these fights also. Points going in right now. They are up on the scoreboard, so it is not them that needs to make the fight happen here. It is Orange team.
Auto rotating through, they see Machisel, they put an Icicle right on top of them. Rapid spin spout by Overlord, and then they move quickly back to their side of the team. We're still settling up. Yeah,
still settling up right here. The soft boiled coming out, healing up. It looks like they put on the wrong target there. It was meant for Overlord, but accidentally hit Lutano. Not a big deal here as we're still able to heal up Overlord. The Icicle Spears come out. There's the Glaceon Unite move. They're pushing forward, trying to get a KO, and here comes Leafeon looking for something here in this top path.
Dragon Rush right back in the middle. They get 3 targets. They force out the Unite move. Hydro type. The Garchomp's already smacking them down. Kratos is there for the follow-up. Players down for Luminosity. They are putting the pressure on. They engage with a nice Dragon Rush on Overlord, who has literally 0 HP. They're quickly KO'd, and the Eldegoss is back just in time. Zugrug still healing themselves up, staying up, and it's the Garchomp that Machisel are popping off. Joey looking to keep their team alive with a chance here in game 1, but they are down. Just the Blissey remains as Rayquaza is getting eviscerated. Blissey comes in. Can they make a hero play with an Egg Bomb? No, they're too late. JL scrambles back. OT scrambles to score.
OT looking for some scores right here. They're still behind, but they don't need to do much to get right back in this game. A single 100 points, and here they are ahead. 267, 261, 367, 467, and with only 30 seconds left on the clock, that is not enough time for Luminosity. Luminosity will lose this first game. Orange team up 1 game, just like they were in our first series.
What a heartbreaker for LG. It felt like they were really moving well that game. They had the level lead. They had the score lead. Orange team with some tactical pushes are able to square this thing up, and what a fight in the end by them.
Yeah, really great fight for them. You can see in the end, unfortunately, the Mamoswine just standing there right now.
Yeah, I mean, again, we when we see unique picks like that, it's easy to point at that being the issue, but
sure.
I don't think it necessarily was.
No, I don't think so. You know, there was a part of that final fight where the Glaceon used its Unite move and it was looking for a KO and it was not able to pick it up. That might have been the moment where they got a little too aggressive. They engaged too hard onto Orange team. Orange team able to counter. Those games were absolutely insane. I can't wait to see what's going to happen when we are live in New Orleans. But right now, we are inside these grand finals. Luminosity down 1 game to Orange team. Sound a little familiar here in this best of 3. Luminosity with the first pick this time. They're going to be banning out the Gyarados. They're going to be banning out the Blaziken. On the other side, we're seeing the Mew ban, and yes, that's Sylvia. They're tired of it. They don't want to do this anymore.
It's a great call. You know, sometimes you just get worn down so much. You're like, okay, just not bad.
No more, yeah, whatever else you want, but not the thing that's just jumping around to shooting fireballs. Thank you.
So JL choosing Umbreon here actually sets LG up to do what Nemesis did to them in Game 1 of the Losers Finals, which is structure your way through and then have JL nab the Sableye in the end. Of course, I'm a personal favorite of that, personal fan favorite of that. So something that Orange Team does have to keep on their radar. JL's Sableye is incredibly solid.
Let's see what they're going to go with for these picks right here. Zugrug on the Trevenant and Blastoise being locked in.
This is another phenomenal opportunity for what else but Glaceon. I kind of say it all the time, but it always feels relevant. It can be incredibly strong. Now, Otter has an opportunity to go to the Glaceon now, the Inteleon now, like we talked about, right?
Yeah.
Take something out of Flareon's hands and give yourself a powerful tool, and maybe a pivot from JL onto this Blissey here. Yeah,
we're going to have to see if that, Inteleon is a difference maker for Luminosity. Obviously, Otter a little cracked on the sticks, and I think he still might play in a Switch in handheld mode. I can't remember. But, I mean, you put this, player on any of these attackers, and he's absolutely unbelievable. Over on the side of OT, we have our players locking in possibly Eldegoss and Chandelure, a Pokemon we actually have seen a decent amount today, more than I expected.
Yeah, quickly Lutano queuing up Glaceon here. Joey hovering the Scizor Scyther potential maybe for Overlord in the top path if that's where they would like to take that, which means this counter pick from Orange Team is going to have to be critical.
Yeah, this is really interesting. If they do end up picking Scizor, it will most likely be Scyther. It will be played by Overlord. He is a player that dominates with Scyther. He plays Scyther when he's bored. I've seen him on stream just run around and rip through solos, duos, trios, 5 stacks with Scyther. Now that this Pokemon's buffed, I'd like to see what he wants to do on it.
Well, the hover is on Mimikyu and the lock is on Mimikyu. A Pokemon you and I have not seen generate too much in-game success, but is given a ton of respect.
Yeah, I mean, look, Mimikyu is a really good Pokemon. I just haven't seen it competitively. I have not seen the competitive Mimikyu. In solo, duo, trio, on the ladder, I think Mimikyu is a solo Q demon. It reminds me a little bit of Dragapult, and in some ways it reminds me of Gengar very much. They're great when the enemy's not coordinated to shut you down. We're going to have to see what they can do with it here. I feel like every time I see Mimikyu, it's not the game winner. However, there is that one time where it just chains those KOs through the entire enemy team.
And the ground that a long-distance Shadow Sneak can cover cannot be understated, right? You're just moving around the map, and all of a sudden you find yourself face-to-face with Mimikyu, shredding your HP bar down.
Yeah, it's pretty solid into some of the things they have on Luminosity. Like, it's really good into Inteleon. You catch Inteleon with Shadow Sneak, you have your Unite move up, it's absolutely over. One Pokemon down right away from that fight. Shadow Sneak is reset. You're ready to go right back in and continue that advantage. So I see the thought process behind picking it. We're going to have to see what they're able to do with it here.
Yeah, without a doubt. I really like Otter grabbing the Inteleon out from under OT because, of course, Flareon's has pretty much spammed that Pokemon the whole time.
Here we go. We're getting ready for game number 2 in our Grander Finals. This is the bracket reset in North America. Luminosity, your purple team. Orange team, as advertised.
Yeah, finally fulfilling their team name here. Kratos working through the middle, unsurprising in that instance. They want to get this Mimikyu online.
And here we go. I gotta say, I love the new buffs for Scizor Scyther. These are Pokemon that I, rightfully so, have hated on for a while because I've really wanted some changes to them. I really wanted them to be better, more competitive. They got a few nice buffs recently. One of my favorites is Scyther. When it hits the boosted attacks, it gets this move speed bonus, and it's just able to chase things down, and you're seeing it right there. Continuing the chase, rolling in some trouble. Lutano keeping the pressure on, as we're going to see Overlord continue to secure and stack up.
Yeah, what a window built and bought for Overlord to get those stacks in, and Lutano just being able, I mean, Roland couldn't even engage. There was enough spears there for just one trigger of Icicle Spears to take them out. So now Machizel is needing the help of Kratos to come through. Can they get a nice pick on Scyther? That would be the target I'd be looking for here.
Yeah, if they could do something about it, that would be huge. Actually pulling back right here. The one thing about Scyther, though, it's a squishy boy. If you're able to shut it down, you know, if you're able to do something where you get it in even the Mimikyu Unite move, I think you could have a big opportunity to win the match.
Zugrug in a mean look, tons of pressure being put on by Otter and Joey right now, and Zugrug is just trying to secure their level 5 so they can become a tree. We're slashing through. The mean look traps Kratos, and Flareon's is starting to chuck some fireballs.
We got the overheat build here for the Chandelure, which is, you know, a little bit of a different look, right? We've seen Flamethrower, we've seen Overheat. Overheat, I feel like you're gonna overall probably do more damage and you zone enemies out better. Flamethrower, you've got the better secure, the better, very fast point-and-click burst.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the secure tools that OT has, and outside of maybe the Chandelure Unite, I'm not seeing too much.
Yeah, I don't think they're a secure heavy team. They're going to need to win a fight. That's what they're looking to do. And they do have a few options to do it. Level 7 for Kratos. That unlocks that Shadow Sneak. Oh, what a joy. Mimikyu is another one of those Pokemon that's just an absolute dream to play.
Yeah, a big flavor and like contextual win when they designed that character.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Zoinks was mad at me one time for not telling him it was good. But let me tell you.
It's good.
It's good, and I definitely told him.
Quick KO on Otter. We're forcing everything out now. Kratos is looking to push. Shadow Sneak, as you mentioned, is right there, and there is infinite damage going on Joey. They pick up a berry, scramble away, but that gives the opportunity for points to be put in by this team, and that's a 30 ball going to hit Orange team in the lead.
Yeah, and here we go. They're going to be able to take this Regice down here in this bottom path, uncontested by Luminosity. And we saw right there, that was a great series from this Mimikyu. We're going to see if they're able to shut it down. Luminosity doesn't have a lot of options to stun it. They have a few. You know, it plays great into teams without a lot of options to actually stop it from continuing to chain KOs. Could be, you know, the huge difference maker right here. Obviously, Orange team wants it to be, as Luminosity is crashing onto this goal zone, trying to score right now. Here comes the Inteleon Unite. Here comes Mimikyu. Mimikyu Unite move used. They were able to pick up a KO, but then they go down.
Yeah, Lutano using their Unite quickly, but they are put down very swiftly by the Candle. Flareon's finding a new home with a new Pokemon going from water to fire type, as Zugrug is doing a great job spacing, sitting in the mean look and just being a problem in the front line here. Otter can't get the space they need for a snipe shot secure.
And here we go, Otter looking for something, able to hit Machisel right there. The snipe shots continue to roll in. Here comes Overlord with the Bliss assistance, with the Unite move, and he is looking to tear apart OT. This is exactly what they need to do right now. They need to get a big win inside this fight. Machisel with the Hydro Typhoon right back. Here comes the snipe shot from out of nowhere. Zugrug's in a lot of trouble. Into the mean look, and Zug goes down. 35 going to this top path here. Very nice with a 33 overcap.
Roland was there, but really couldn't step up and prevent any of that at that point, because everyone from Luminosity was there. They took a nice convincing team fight, and they really kind of built a little phalanx around the scoring animations of Overlord to get those points in uncontested.
Yeah, that was really great. And you know, that combination between the Scyther Unite and Bliss assistance, you jump all the way in, the bowling ball Blissey moves through, hitting multiple Pokemon. It's a massive moment. Rolling in a little bit of trouble right here, eating a snipe shot. Snipe shot obviously, oh boy, that look is incredibly mean, maybe too mean.
They didn't even have to use abilities. They just A-pressed poor Roland in the mean look here. As Orange team is taking at least the basement objective for themselves. Zugrug is trying to do this goal zone defense on their own, poaching out Joey, forcing out the Inteleon Unite, maybe purposefully going for that because nobody from Orange team is here. So if they can quickly shred these players, they can quickly eliminate this goal zone. Yeah,
scoring in this top path here, and they do. They break that top path goal zone. Really nice stuff there for Luminosity. They're way up on score, 239 to 87. This is not a good position for Orange team to be in. Also, we do have a Regieleki that can walk towards their main base. We're going to see how Luminosity wants to play that. I think Orange team wants to get rid of that as quickly as possible so they don't have to deal with it again.
Yeah, you know, if they can get it off the map under the 4-minute mark, which is obviously going to be easy to do, there's going to be no opportunity for a respawn, so the pressure that home-based Reggie can build won't exist.
Lutano in a little bit of trouble right here. The Bliss assistance for the save. We have the Unite move from Trevenant. We have Blastoise moving in. Nice, picks up a nice big double KO for the side of OT as they're getting ready for this Regieleki. They're just being zoned out right now by Zugrug. Easy secure for Orange Team.
Now the Regieleki's flying in the face of LG. What is OT going to do with it? Zugrug getting into the back line here. Woodhammer poaches Overlord, puts them into the line of fire. The rest of the Orange team. Hydro Typhoon kicks up. Is it going to get a knockout? No, not yet. LG is there, and they're putting tons of points in. 2 players down for LG, and a goal zone gone, and the scoreline close.
Yeah, a lot closer here for Orange Team, and they need this. They need this victory right now so that they can secure their spot here as the Grand Finals winner for the April Cup. A lot to prove for our Orange Team with a minute until Rayquaza. You have to remember that this team does not exist if it wasn't for what Luminosity is today. A team of Luminosity, Alter Ego, members of TTV, YT, all kind of thrown together right here to make a super team, and now they're coming through looking like a super team, picking up some KOs. Orange Team, the team that was formed from the ashes of these changes, trying to prove that they are the best in the region right now.
Well, a mean look is going to stymie the push of Machisel. Luminosity going to pivot back. Kratos getting caught in a mean look from Joey, and a great call out by them. They get dispatched up, which made the push on the goal zone and the secure of that objective very easy. 25 seconds until Rayquaza. I'm taking a look at the levels, Spraggles, and they're not too far apart, pretty even. The score line separated by 1. This is a nail biter.
Yeah, this is an absolute nail biter. This is so incredibly close. We have multiple Unite moves not out for some of our players right here. Orange Team with a 1-game advantage. They can take a weighted flip right here. They can get pretty aggressive onto the side of Luminosity if they would like to. Kratos obviously can make a big play happen if he's able to catch that site. They're pushing right onto Rayquaza immediately. They're looking for the secure right now.
They're going for it. It's going to get ripped and flipped. Hydro Typhoon's going to kick it up, secured by Orange Team. They're looking to score. Quickly trapping in is Scyther in the Mimikyu Unite. We're pivoting back. Otter's taking a ton of damage. These shields are still standing. Orange Team is getting it done. They went for the full rippy flippy, and they lock it down off the back of the Hydro Typhoon. OT taking it in OT and the Grander Finals.
That's right, taking it all the way to the Grander Finals here. These matches, much like Hercules, they can go the distance, but it looks like it is over right now. OT 606 to 241. Luminosity has one more push in them, but they are so far behind. I mean, this is wipe the entirety of Orange Team, score a ton of goals, pick up more points from somewhere, and then still they might be behind. Can they do it? We're going to find out in 1 minute.
Roland is sitting there. They're putting just light pressure on this bottom pad, forcing out some Unite moves. They want to try to get some KOs. Caught the mean look as the Blastoise, but damage isn't there to follow up. Cotton Cloud crashes up. They're going to top off Machisel with HP. Trevenant scoring on the backside. Another hundo burger for them. They're eating good in the back. And now the push continues, but Umbreon is down. Joey is down. Kratos is coming in. They're looking up targets. Overlord gets into the back line, but can't find a KO. Crash landing on top of the pad is Zugrug, and it looks like OT's defense is going to stand.
That's right. There's not enough time. There aren't enough points. There are too many members of Orange Team ready to stop them right here. Sending Overlord back to the Pokemon Center, doing a little dance with Kratos. Kratos saying, yeah, I'm just going to set this controller down here for a second because we just won this thing. 19 seconds left in what some people call garbage time, but it's not going to feel like that for Orange Team because they just won the April Cup.
They are spinning on pad and maybe rubbing their noses in it. Luminosity put it to that. You left us out to dry, hanging out to dry, but we are the ones that are getting it done.
Incredible stuff. Orange Team making it happen against some of the best in the world here on Luminosity. An insane bracket reset. What an amazing game. I mean, it felt like everyone played out of their minds. Orange Team just decided to end it right there.
I love that call. They had a game to give in the Grander Finals reset. They go full rip. No, they didn't have secure, but they had a mess ton of damage, and they threw everything at that Rayquaza. Well-timed Machiseler Hydro Typhoon gets the secure, keeps Luminosity from being able to adjust properly, right, with the knock-up, and Dubsky.
There you have it. Orange Team wins the whole thing. They are your champions here. We're going to send it back on over to Zoinks up on the stairs. Zoinks, my friend, take it away.
Thank you so much. Yes, our Grander Finals champions of North America and the April